time for the Straight Up Wrestling Show.
What's up, everybody? It's HBT with Straight Up Wrestling Show. Guys, here live, man, checking out the rest of the Stand and Deliver. We are in the main event. I did see the match before this and between those four ladies, and it was a very, very good match. So I'm glad I have joined, and I am checking this thing out, man. But yeah, I will go back and I will pretty much replay Stand and Deliver, see how everything turned out. I see Lucas in the house. What's up, Lucas? Lucas says, howdy. How you doing, buddy? This Saturday afternoon. All right. Give me just a moment here, guys. I want to do a couple things here.
I don't know who any of these people are. It's right there. This isn't getting better, Ingrid. They don't know what's wrong with me. My heartbeat will go down. My blood pressure's still climbing. You can tell from the look on your face that it's not all my heartbeat will go down. My blood pressure.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Excuse me, y'all. This match is not too bad so far. Not bad at all. Oh, okay. You know, I'm checking this thing out. You know, we look like we got a lot of triple threats. Triple threats are the main event this weekend. We have two doing WrestleMania. You know, of course, the women's event and the men's event with CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth freaking Rollins. And right here in Stand and Deliver, we have Trick Williams, we have Javon Evans, and we have Oba Femi. And then, you know, of course, you got to go and check out. You're definitely going to be checking out Bianca Belair. You know, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. So everything as far as the best matches besides Cody Rhodes, the main matches are the triple threats. What's up, Richard Hood? Richard is in the house, my man. Good to see you, Richard. Okay. Okay, Oba Femi, he is doing it. He is doing his version of the Hulk, Hulkamania, or hulking up. Let's just put it that way. All right, give me just a second here, everybody. Got a little quick roll up. Black Rain 7920 is in the building. What's going on, brother? Okay. Wow, that was nice, Javon. That definitely was that. I like that. I don't know if Javon Evans can take this a win or not, but we'll see. We definitely will see. Oba has caught him. Boom. Like a power slam there. Wait a minute. Javon got him. Look, this thing is getting a little crazy here. Let me pay a little more attention. Oh, nice. Javon, he got caught. Oh, wow. Wow. Javon Evans is using his speed. He's using his agility. He's bouncing around, man, and oh, goodness sake, just got a forearm uppercut right in the chest, right up under the neck area. Okay, Trick pulling out Oba. Oh, gosh. Slammed his back, man. the bottom of his back right there at the spine into that hard part of the ring. Javon Evans just picked up Big Obafemi and slammed him. Wow. All right, Lucas says, how's everything going? Everything's going good. Oh, whoa. Nice cutter. I knew that wasn't it. All right, Lucas said I've been playing Roblox. All right, Black Rain says, what's up? I saw that fatal four-way. Parker is too fine. There was a lot of good-looking women in that. Black Rain 7920, and I got to go back and check that out because they look good. They look good. No doubt about that. All right, Lucas says, my mom said that we can go to Golden Corral this year since I haven't been to Golden Corral for one whole year. Okay, Lucas, that's good. That's good that you are going to get out there. All right, Richard Hood. Richard Hood. Let's see what you got here. Richard says, Harry did one. Did you see the Hall of Fame? Yes, I seen some of it. I was watching some of it last night. I was up the whole time, but I was doing other things. I wish I would have streamed it. But yeah, I was up the whole time. Harry, did you see the Hall of Fame inductions last night? But yes, I saw it, but I didn't get to see all of it. I didn't get to focus on it like I wanted to. Didn't think I was going to stay up for it, but I was up the whole time, Richard. But man, I was really tired. I probably would have fell asleep if I would have gotten in front of the camera and did it. I'm pretty sure I probably would have fell asleep. I was wiped out. This match is turning out to be pretty good. I didn't like it at first, but it's turning out to be a war. Oh, nice. But yeah, it's turning out to be a war for real. But I appreciate everybody coming in as I'm rocking with this last match, guys. And like I said, I did see that four-way earlier between the women, and each and every one of them looked good. Not just that, looked like it was a very good match. And I'm gonna have to go back and check out All the Stand and Deliver. And Christopher Burton needs to do that too, my partner. He's gonna have to do that because this right here is some very good action. Man, it look like Trick Williams should be winning this title right now, but it's not happening. Okay, Obafemi came in and hit a short little clothesline while Trick was trying to get the pin on Javon, man. Hey, that's crazy. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. We got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, snap. And Booker T, talking about the people are into the matchup. Booker T is into this matchup. Big time. Hey, but if you're on Facebook and you're liking this stream, man, go ahead and hit that like, share, join. If you're here on YouTube and Twitch, go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 so you know we're on like times like these. And if you see us over on Twitch, you know what to do. Hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet, and follow the Straight Up Wrestling Show. Guys, I appreciate y'all coming on. Double cutter right there from Javon Evans, man. Javon is showing us that he wants the belt. He probably wants the title more than any of them. I mean, this guy is going to work, and that's a lot to do with their youth and everything. Well, all these guys are young. A nice up knee lift, man, to the chest from Trick Williams. Oh, Oba, man, he just power bombed Trick on top of Javon Evans, but it wasn't very effective. Oh, goodness. Boom. Oh, gosh, man. They should have kept this match going on. They should have kept it going on. They should have gave us a little bit more, guys. Either way, go. Look, I'm going to go ahead and give it 3.5 stars. Very good match. Very good matchup. Obafemi. And look, I think Trick Williams or Javon Evans, especially Javon Evans. Javon should continue to vie for this championship. I don't know how long this thing been going on between these three. But yeah, wow, man. I would like to see that again. But I would like to see these guys go one-on-one against each other. Incredible. That was incredible. Okay, Obafemi still has the title. I'm not a big fan of Obafemi. But hey, he did great in this matchup. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump it up to 3.5 stars. I was going to say 3 stars, but I'm going to roll with 3. I'm going to roll with 3.5. I was going to say 3 stars, but I'm going to roll with 3.5 stars. Very good matchup. And guys, come in and check Christopher Burton and myself out here at 7 o'clock as we do WrestleMania. So, hey, let your friends know. Share. Let them know that Straight Up Wrestling Show will be back on, man, at 7 o'clock. I may even come on before that. We may even start it before that, but we will be back on a little bit later on today. But I am going back, and I'm going to check out the Stand and Deliver, man. So, because this right here is something exciting. Looking real good. Everybody looked real good in this match. I mean, they put together, everybody represented well. Wow. Great win for Obafemi. But yeah, they should have kept this thing going a little bit longer. Didn't have to go that much longer, but it should have went a little bit longer. You could have had a 4-star. This thing was shaping up to be a 4.5 star match. When it's hot, you got to keep it going. You got to keep it going when it's hot. But big weekend for wrestling. A lot of wrestling is going on, so a lot of people are checking things out. Man, but yeah, great matchup between Obafemi, Trent Williams, goodness sake, and Javon Evans. I enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that. All right. Want everybody to stay here for a little while, stay here for a little while longer. But yeah, let's see what else we can get into. I think they're having a pre-show or whatever, but I'm going to see what's about to go on. All right. Let's go back and check out a few things here. But yeah, should have a very good WrestleMania. That's what I'm looking forward to. So we'll see. We definitely gonna see what they are gonna do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a great weekend of wrestling because hey, we definitely deserve it. The wrestling fans deserve it. We don't get it enough when it boils down to it. We don't get enough good wrestling. So I look forward to something special, man. Hey, straight up. I'm looking for something special. A WrestleMania. I know a lot of people are out here, complaining about this WrestleMania card, but it'll be funny if it's actually one of the best cards. That right there would be funny if it comes out to be one of the best cards that we've ever seen, or one of the best WrestleManias we've ever seen. Now, does have my apprehensions about it. Like everybody else, I'm one of these people. I'm not for a lot of triple threat matches or, three-way matches. I am not for that. But, hey, I'm going to go ahead and give it a chance. I'll go ahead and give it a chance. It may turn out to be great. Now, one thing I don't like is Triple H. I heard that he's continuing on to pretty much bash the fans that really not caring for this, or the fans that are complaining. And, hey, as fans have fans can complain. When you're spending a whole bunch of money, you're spending a whole bunch of time watching wrestling, and they're not giving you exactly what you want. You being a big fan, and you are, you consuming their products, man, and you're spending your money on it. Hey, they should give you the best, 100%. But it seems like we have people in the business that don't care about that, and all they want to do is collect a paycheck. All right, Ray Underwood is in the house. Ray said there are a lot of 3-way and 4-way matches this year for WrestleMania. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And like I said, look, for the main event, Stand and Deliver, we just now had it. I mean, it was good, but do we have to continue to have those all the time? And one thing about these 3-way, 4-way matches, it's another thing. It's another excuse, or it's another cop-out for them, not to really concentrate and build up something between two competing people, or two competing tag teams or factions or something like that. So, I mean, wow, it blows my mind how they're using things like that. Richard said, I don't like triple threat matches for the championship. No, not at all, Richard. Not at all. I mean, that's just something. I mean, that was unheard of when we was growing up. When we was coming up, Richard, that was unheard of, man. You got to have man against man, and may the best man win. I mean, even if you look at fist fights out on the schoolyard, in the schoolyard, or fist fights out in the neighborhood, we didn't say, okay, there's fights between these two, and then somebody come in and be like, I'm gonna be in this fight. I'm gonna be in this fight too. I have an issue with you guys. So 3 people out there fighting, just out there fighting each other. Just flat out crazy. It's awkward. It's not. I can understand when it was something new that people liked it and wanted it. I can understand that it's something new that you may want to see it as an attraction, just like the Battle Royal used to be an attraction. Lumberjack matches used to be an attraction. A lot of things that we now see over and over again is not an attraction no more, because wrestling and these wrestling promoters and these bookers have decided to use it, overproduce it, produce it, continue on. They don't know when to stop. And that's a sad thing. It really is. Ray said they don't want to spend a lot of time between champion and number 1 contender. No, they don't. I hate it. It's just another form of lazy booking. That's all it is to it. It doesn't matter, what anybody thinks, but that's the way I see it. And most people, a lot of people, especially veterans, people who's been out here in the industry a long time, know about wrestling, will tell you flat out, it's just lazy booking, guys. They can do much better than that. They really can. It really can. But let me go and check out some. And man, I'm gonna go and check out some old matches or something. Hey, talk about something. Let's talk about something. Let's look at WrestleMania. Let's look at one of the WrestleManias, man. Let's go back in the day. Let's go back in the day. Do Peacock still have all the WrestleMania stuff? I think they do. So let's go back in the day, man. Let's look at some things, some WrestleMania memories or something like that, and talk about that. Since it is WrestleMania week, man, I could go into my favorites, Starrcade, things like that. But hey, I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna pretty much flow with what we actually have. But yeah, look like they started WrestleMania. They do have like the preliminary stuff going on. All right, Mag says, greetings, Harry, and the Straight Up Wrestling universe has become like Hollywood. Like Hollywood has lazy writers, and now wrestling has lazy booking. Yes, sir. And that's hurt Hollywood, and hey, eventually now it's hurting wrestling. As much as they want to say, they making all this money and everything, it's hurting wrestling, man. And they're putting up a big spectacular. Okay, I see Big E up here, Wade, with Wade, Big E, Wade, Pat. Who else we got here? But yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna check out a few things, man. Let's try to go back to WrestleMania 1, and maybe I'll look at something and pretty much, rate some of the things that we saw back in the earlier WrestleManias, guys. Let me see if I can go back into WrestleMania memories or something. All right, Raymond says, Ray said, that be like you, Harry, having a boxing championship and you fight Chris. He's number 1 contender. Then you have to fight me right after that match is over in the same night. Yes, exactly. Don't make no kind of sense. It just, hey, Pat McAfee getting pumped up. I think that's Wade Barrett with Big E. Yeah. Yep. Yes, Wade Barrett. Is it Wade Barrett? I think it's Wade. Yeah, Wade Barrett, Pat McAfee, Big E, and I forgot his name. And yeah, Michael Cole. I'm about to call it Mike. Mike Tyson or Mike Kelly or something like that. I just knew it was Mike. I was about to say Mike Tenay. All right, there's our girl. What's up? My girl, Christine, Saucy Girl, is in the house. Christine says, good afternoon, Straight Up Wrestling family. How is everyone doing today? Just waking up from a nice nap watching softball. Okay, checking out some of that softball. But NXT, I'm going to have to go back and check out an NXT Stand and Deliver, especially female match, because like I said, them girls look good. I didn't really like the Hall of Fame show last night. I was checking it out, Ray. I I was up the whole time. I should have streamed it, but I'm kind of glad. And it looked boring a little bit, but I was the whole time. But hey, I was doing my brother's laundry. So hey, I just got up and I did my brother's laundry and took that to him and dropped that off after it was over. But I was up to like 3 something, but I was sleepy. So I'm pretty sure if I would have been in front of the screen, man, I would have fell asleep. Okay, so we got the countdown show. I'm going to roll on. So they're showing Bianca Belair and Bianca. No, not B. That's Jade and Naomi. I got Jade. Okay, so Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. I hate to say it, man. Jacob Fatu is going to win this match, in my opinion. Now, I do think they should give LA Knight. I do think they should let him go over, but they're not going to do that. We know that. All right, so we have El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. I got Rey Mysterio winning this match. I don't see how in the world he's going to lose to El Grande Americano, and he may be going for the mask too. All right. Tiffany, I think Tiffany is going to take Charlotte out. I don't think they're going to put the belt back on Charlotte. They are going to go with popularity. So I see Tiffany winning this match. All right, that's what Triple H wants us to do. He wants us to be yeeting. So we have Jey Uso versus Gunther. I want Gunther to win the match, but I'm pretty sure Jey Uso will be victorious in this match. He will be a world champion, and it is what it is. Do I think he should be a singles world champion? No, he's a great tag team wrestler, and that's all he's going to ever be. In my opinion, he's a great tag team wrestler. He's not a great singles competitor, neither him nor his brother Jimmy. But, hey, I can roll with it for a little while. As long as it ain't long, I can roll with him being the world champ. So this is night 1. But, yeah, I'm going to pull back and let me see if I can find something, man, with some WrestleMania memories. WrestleMania 1, I can't even remember a lot about it, to tell you the truth. I do remember it, but the whole thing about it is, what I'm trying to say, I don't remember a lot of things that actually when I want to roll with my memory, when I want to talk about memory as far as wrestling shows, I want something big that stand out. Yes, I do remember WrestleMania 1. I do remember the matches of a lot of things that did happen, but I really don't want to talk about it and say it's my favorite thing. All right, man, just a second, everybody. All right, that was my brother. Hold on for a second. My wife asked me something. you. Oh, I'm glad all right. Sorry about that. All right. Richard. Sorry about that, guys. But Richard, yeah, he said, Triple H said that the people that's out here complaining, really not real fans. He said the real fans are in the crowd, is in the crowd yeeting, or the real fans are yeeting. So he said, hey, if you don't like it, you don't like what we're doing, don't watch. That's what he's telling the fans. And man, that's not the way to run business. It's not. You try to improve. When the fans are telling you something that's wrong, something they don't like, you try to improve. You don't tell the fans, hey, basically go away. If you guys don't like it, hey, tough cookie or whatever. But yes, he says the real fans are yeeting. So that's sad. That is really sad. All right, but I appreciate it, Mag. Let me know that I was muted. And Christine let me know that I was muted. Harry Vince used the money he got from Crockett for the yes, he did, for the time slot on TBS to help produce WrestleMania. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. This thing wouldn't have happened if it wouldn't have been for Crockett. Crockett had so much money. He made so much money in the Carolinas and Virginia, man, and Georgia too, and the other places that he went. He was going up into New Jersey and Baltimore at the time, but he made so much money. So much money. Crockett had money like crazy. But I wish he was a better businessman, because if he's a better businessman, all this stuff wouldn't have happened. It really wouldn't. And he said that, he wished he was a better businessman. But he let Dusty come in, and Dusty just spent. And that's what these guys do, man. And that's one thing I'm finding out about wrestlers altogether. Being on the indie scene, paying wrestlers, and doing all the things that we are doing, I'm finding out these guys have no clue how to control money. And that's just not in wrestling. That's in all kind of professions today, 100%. 100%. Let's see. All right. Richard said, Harry, I can't hear you. Glad you guys can hear me now. Michael Human, hey, Harry, where do I go to watch it? To watch what? Oh, watch Grand Slam? Go to Peacock right now. I got it on these Grand Slams that I'm about to watch. Harry, you've been muted since you went to ask your wife something. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that, Mag. I did not even know, but now I'm good. Hopefully y'all are still here. I see a lot of you still here. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm over here on this Grand Slams. It says watch now. It's 1 hour and 14 minutes. So if you want to go over and check out Grand Slams, man, hey, I'm looking at Kamala. Kamala is looking at me right now, guys. I know he's deceased, but they have a picture of Kamala. Look like he's looking dead at me. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to check this thing out, guys, and talk about some old school stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to do. Check out some old school things. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going ahead and rocking with it right now.
At some point, kids.
Las Vegas. So WrestleMania, they advertising it right here on this Grand Slam thing. They are advertising WrestleMania every single chance they get. Can't blame them. I can't blame them at all. Might as well, because one thing like this is some old school. So if somebody from, somebody like, me, Richard, and Mag, and Raymond, any of us, Christine, Alma Clark, Michael Human, we all old school, that goes in and see something that, that's from the past that they want to see. Hey, WrestleMania, they are advertising it, so that could be in your face. So I give them big ups on that. Definitely advertise whenever you can, but you do not need to have somebody who's running your company, and I'm talking about Triple H, running your company and telling fans, hey, if you don't like it, you can turn away. Definitely don't need that. But yeah, Christopher Burton and myself will be back here at 7 o'clock, guys. 7 o'clock, we are going to be doing Mania. Richard says, Harry Crockett gave Dusty the okay to spend. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And Dusty spent. And, Dusty was trying to keep up. If he's going to try to keep up with Ric Flair in fashion, which he was doing, he's going to try to keep up with Vince McMahon and everything that he's doing. And which that's okay, but Vince McMahon built this company to do that, to do international, not just to do international stuff, but he built the company structure to do that, to be able to sustain those certain things. And he wasn't just making money off wrestling. He was making money off souvenirs and, shirts, and everything. he was making money off that. Crockett didn't do that. Crockett was making money off wrestling when it boiled down to it. WCW back then with Jim Crockett Promotions, he really didn't get into all that nostalgia stuff and, and the figurines and all those things that people buying later. He didn't get into that much. So that's something he should have got into because he could have made a lot more money. But hey, man, you live and you learn. Mean Gene Oakland. Wow. Okay. Miss Mean Gene, especially when he's with WCW. Man, this must be old. This must be very old school. Exactly, Richard. Crockett's promotion should have stayed in the South, and they should have kept going to their main arenas every week like they were. The ones in Greensboro, Greenville, South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia. Their main their main places that they sell out. They should have kept going to Omni in Atlanta when they, pretty much Crockett took over that area. They should have kept going to the places that they made all that money at, that they had the loyal fans. They would have been fine. But hey, they decided to go all around the country. Max says, imagine if Jim Crockett Productions came out with a Magnum TA action figure. That would have been cool. Exactly. Exactly. They did do some things with Rock and Roll Express and things, but, as far as people like Magnum TA, of course, Ric Flair should have had, an action figure. Blackjack Mulligan, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, they should have capitalized on that, all that stuff, but they did not. Ricky Steamboat, when they had Steamboat, Jay Youngblood, man, they could have made so much money. So much money. But Magnum probably would have been the biggest seller. I don't know. Because kids are going to go. Magnum, most of his fans was females, and that was a time when females pretty much was like 50% of the audience. 50 to 55% of the audience. It was more females actually, when Magnum was running, when Magnum was out here. You had more females if you add in the grandmas and things like that. You had more females going to wrestling matches. Not the case anymore. So, but yeah, Dusty probably would have been a bigger. He would have been close to a bigger selling figure because the kids love Dusty more, and they love the Rock and Roll Express. Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant would have had a huge selling, figurine or something, a doll or whatever. But yeah, I wish they had all that stuff back then. So yeah, you're right, Mag. They could have made a lot of money. That's how Vince was making $100 million a year at that time. Crockett was doing 20-something million a year, 30 million a year, just being basically in the South and being a regional. And then when he went pretty much nationwide, he made a little bit more money, but he was losing a lot of money too, which he didn't lose money in the South at all. I mean, and I'm talking about, when I talk about the South, the Carolinas, Virginia, he didn't lose money at all, but he was still, at that time, he was still going to New York. He was big in Buffalo. He was going to Philly. He was pretty big in Philly. He was going to Chicago and things like that. He still was doing good in certain areas. New Jersey, doing good. Chicago was kind of like a mixed thing, but, they kind of started messing up a little bit. But before he expanded, he still was going up north, but not as many places. Okay, we got Nikolai Volkov against, is that Paul Roma? No, I don't think so. This dude is huge. This dude is muscled up. He's about to wrestle. Oh, that's Dynamite Kid. Okay, Dynamite Kid look different right there. Those trunks threw me. Oh, drop kick and defeats Nikolai Volkov. Wow, that's cool. All right, Crockett at that time wanted to keep wrestling and no Hollywood and action figures. Yes, that's true. That's true. All right, Michael Human said, oh, yes, Magnum TA, Lex, yes. Yeah, they could have made a lot of money off Lex, a lot of money. And it looked like The WWE was basically trying to capitalize on that. But, you know, hey, Lex was just wrestling. Lex was just about the money. But Lex, they still could have made a lot of action figures with Lex, especially if, you know, made one that's looked a lot like him and just muscled up. I used to have dolls like that, man, back in the 70s. You know, Mr. Clean dolls and things, you know, with all the muscles and all that. All they had to do was do something like that with Lex, you know, where you could have him posing and everything, man, because he was the best looking, you know, he had the best looking body in the business at that time. He really did. I mean, Tony Atlas' body had fell off a little bit. I mean, you know, he had started, you know, I think he was, you know, homeless at that time, getting into drugs, and he was doing some things that pretty much, you know, that dropped his a little bit. But Lex probably had a better looking body than Tony overall. I mean, I ain't gonna say overall. Tony was Mr. USA, and, you know, I think he placed first runner up in Mr. Universe one time too. So Tony Atlas was a big time physical specimen, and he would have beat Lex Luger if they would have had a pose down, because his muscles was more defined. It's just Lex Luger, just his whole body. It just, you know, he looked like Adonis without. He was a bodybuilder, but he really wasn't a bodybuilder. You know what I'm trying to say? He just kept his body in real good shape, and, you know, he was cut up. But of course, a lot of it was steroids. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and say he didn't. You know, he wasn't on steroids, but because he was. A lot of wrestlers was at that time. But he definitely had a better looking body than Hulk Hogan, 100%. But didn't have the personality to carry the WWE when they tried to bring him in. Who's in this cage? Okay, I'm looking at this cage match. Okay, Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Tito Santana. I know this thing is going to be good. Anything that Greg Valentine, anytime you put Valentine in a cage, is going to be great. All right, Tito Santana trying to get out of that doggone cage, man. Greg Valentine is going after him. And you know what? I remember the match, but I don't remember who won this match. Yes, exactly, Richard. Lex abused steroids and Tony didn't. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Tony did most of this stuff natural. You know, of course, he used supplements, but not the dangerous stuff. So, yeah, big ups to Tony Atlas, man. He worked hard. Very strong. Okay, Santana climbed over the cage and he won. So you guys need to go check out this Grand Slams over on Peacock. Valentine is pissed off. He's got, I think Tito's, was that when Tito was the Intercontinental Champion? And Greg Valentine is smashing that belt up against the cage. He's trying to bust that thing up, guys. Wow. Yes, he is. Wow. I had forgot about that. Michael Human says, I have Sting and Dallas Page to talk. Okay. Yeah, at that time, they was doing more stuff. Tony knew how to take steroids and the other guys didn't. That's true. Yeah, Tony was doing it early, which really bulked him up. And then Tony was using other supplements. He, pretty much used a lot of safe stuff. But yeah, what's the name? Lex did. He abused them things, man. Him, Billy Jack Haynes, a lot of the guys did. Okay, WrestleMania 1. All right, King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones. I remember this. King Kong Bundy's debut, after he had left Georgia, he went to the WWE for WWF. Man, he killing doggone SD Jones. Killing him. Splash on big SD Jones. First he hit him over in the corner, hit him with running splash pretty much, upper body splash, and then he knocked him down and splashed him on the mat, defeated him in 9 seconds. I remember that match. Big King Kong Bundy, who went on and had a little feud with Hulk Hogan, which was really good. King Kong Bundy should have beat him. King Kong Bundy was better than Hulk Hogan. Straight up. Goodness sake. God dang, big King Kong Bundy, guys. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. Good stuff, man. That was good stuff. Boom, that's a big dude, man. King Kong Bundy. Love King Kong Bundy. And you know what, guys? I don't know if you... Let me see something here. Hope I'm on. Guys, I want to check something out. Hey, big King Kong Bundy, guys. Okay. Roddy Piper talking noise to Mr. T. Hey, Mr. T. Roddy Piper visiting him on the A team. Yep. Richard Hood said King Kong Bundy was a big, solid talent. Yes, he was. Oh, goodness. Mr. T, Roddy Piper said, how does it feel to be trying to portray somebody as myself? Mr. T said, you ain't nothing, man. Mr. T said, I see what you've been doing, man. Roddy Piper telling Roddy Piper he been fighting little wimps. Roddy Piper said he's an equal opportunist, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, Mr. T, boy, just punched Roddy Piper in the stomach. Now, Piper was a big dude. Well, compared to Mr. T actually looked small in that match with Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper, man. Mr. T was so tiny. I mean, he looked tiny compared to them. He's a big dude in real life. But, man, it just goes to show you how big wrestlers were back then. They was just huge, man. Even Roddy Piper, who started out a small guy, skinny guy, ended up being huge. Okay, so we have the mysterious Spider Lady against Wendy Richter, and we know who the Spider Lady was. Small package. Oh, goodness sake. Wendy Richter, she kicked out, but, yeah, that's when they stripped, they took the belt off of her. Wendy Richter did not want to lose that title. Wendy Richter attacking the Spider Lady. Wow. And she trying to pull that mask off. Oh, snap. It's Wendy Richter. I'm not Wendy Richter, it's the Fabulous Moolah. But yeah, Wendy Richter pulled the mask off the Fabulous Moolah. Wendy just hit her with a doggone, she just not power drive her, but basically, backbreaker and tried to pin Wendy Richter. And she's kicking. I think this thing got real here, guys. But I don't know if Wendy Richter, I think Fabulous Moolah just trying to get out of there. She picked up the belt and she's got out of there because what's her name actually, that's when Vince wanted to take that belt off of Wendy Richter. But Fabulous Moolah not even paying attention to it. She just letting Wendy Richter get punches in. Because I do not think Wendy Richter could beat in a real life fight. Do I think Wendy Richter could have beat up Fabulous Moolah, even at Fabulous Moolah was older? She could beat up Wendy easy, in my opinion. But Wendy was pissed off. She did not want to lose that title, but she lost it. Richard says, didn't King Kong Bundy wrestle Fritz Von Erich in his last match? I think he did. Fabulous Moolah. Yeah, Richard, Fabulous Moolah, no doubt. The Spider. All right, Max says, I'll be listening to the show in the car. Got to run a few errands before the big show. Okay, I hear you, man. Go ahead and do that, man. But yeah, I'm going to stay on for about 15, 20 more minutes. And then I'm going to head out. I got a few things. I got a few errands to run myself before the big show. So hopefully, man, we're going to have a great show tonight. For the next 2 nights, we're going to have some great shows. But wow, man. Wow. That Fabulous Moolah thing. Hey, look, I wonder what you guys think, man. But yeah, I don't think Wendy Richter could take Fabulous Moolah. You know, Fabulous Moolah looked like she was just trying to get out there. She was there for a payday, and Vince, trying to take the title off of her. Vince wanted to, he did a shoot there. But I'm surprised that Wendy Richter actually kicked out. She didn't know she's supposed to have lost that title. Wow, man. But yeah, she said she didn't want to lose. That's crazy. That is crazy. Hulk Hogan. All right. WrestleMania, April 4th, 1993 from Las Vegas. They should have never before seen footage. The back, it's so many of these people are gone now. Sad. Very sad. But hey, if you're on Facebook, hey, hit that like, share, join. If you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 so you know we're on like times like these. And if you are on Twitch, do the same thing you do on YouTube. And if you're on X, hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet, and follow the Straight Up Wrestling Show. I mean, follow us. All right, Friday coming out there with Classy Freddie Blassie and Lord Alfred Hayes, man. Used to love Lord Alfred Hayes and Classy Freddie Blassie. Vince McMahon. Kamala's handler Friday. Michael Human said, I will see you back at 7, dear. See you then, Michael Human. Glad that you came in. Appreciate it. Man, Classy Freddie Blassie with that chicken. What's up with all that? Kamala. That was a big dude. And you know what? I thought Kamala actually was from another country, man. Back in the day, man. I actually thought I thought he was actually maybe a headhunter or something like that, from the jungles of Africa or somewhere, or Uganda or whatever, wherever. I just thought this dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, they got this chicken I remember that. Friday Kamala gonna eat this chicken alive, man. They did a lot of stupid things, man. WWE back in the day did a lot of stupid things. What in the world? He's eating this chicken, man. Got feathers in his mouth and all that. There ain't no real chicken. I mean, it's a real chicken, but then, no flipping way. All right, Danny Carpenter versus the Haiti Kid. Wow, the midget wrestling. Wow. Oh, I didn't know that, Richard. Richard said Freddie Blassie used to sell cars in Atlanta. I bet he looks like a used car salesman from back in the day. He do. The Haiti Kid and Danny Carpenter. Wow. All right. Kamala was a truck driver. Okay, I didn't know that, Richard. Danny wrestling. Danny Carpenter was a pretty big, midget. As far as Haiti Kid, he was like he's really small. He's one of them little people. But Haiti Kid was very good. Okay, Danny Carpenter rolled up the referee, and Haiti Kid counted the referee out. Man, that's funny. That is hilarious, what he just did there. Man, what was this referee's name? I can't even remember this referee. Goodness sake, I wish I could show this to y'all, but as soon as I show it, I'll get a strike. All right, Danny Carpenter going for that body slam on Haiti Kid. But yeah, midget wrestling, that's something that that somebody need to incorporate back. But, one thing about the midget circuit, they have that little wrestling, the midgets and things, they travel around the country, make a lot of money. But somebody need to incorporate that back into the big time, with the with the WWE and AEW. You know, it was fun to have those midget wrestlers. Iron Sheik. Okay, the Iron Sheik with Bob Backlund. On December 1983. All right. Iron Sheik, that camel clutch on Bob Backlund, man. Wow. It is I know Bob Backlund was already injured, but I didn't think Bob Backlund was going to give up, man. He was so great. I was shocked that Bob Backlund actually gave up. I really was. I would never forget that. I was 16 years old at that time, I think. What was that, 84? I was 17. Man, what a great match. But I mean, I love Bob Backlund, but man, he was so outstanding. I was like, this is somebody who's going to break that camel clutch. Bob Backlund is going to get out of the camel clutch. Never saw anybody else do it. But Bob Backlund was such a great, had such a great amateur background, so good at all that stuff. I figured he was going to get out. All right, Richard says the little people are an attraction. Yes, sir. All right, Christopher Burton, my podcast partner, has that green belt. You know, he loves that green belt, man. I didn't really care about that. Iron Sheik was the world heavyweight champion in 1984. The Iron Sheik, wow. And Mr. Fuji, man, that was a big dude. Yeah, Mr. Fuji, Mr. Saito when it was World Tag Team Champs. Who was they wrestling? Oh, Dino Bravo. No, that was Tino. No, that was Rick Martel and Tony Guerrero. Yeah, Tony Guerrero and Rick Martel. That was a very good tag team. Very good tag team. I think Can-Am Connection or something like that against Mr. Fuji and Mr. Saito. Wow, man, this is great stuff. I'm going to have to do some live reactions to these things, man. I really am. I have to do live reactions to this. And that way, oh, gosh, Mr. Saito threw that salt. I remember him used to doing that all the time, especially when he was in Crockett Promotions, when he was in the Carolinas. Goodness sake, man, he was a menace at doing that. And plus, he was a manager at that time. Captain Lou Albano was the manager of Mr. Saito and Mr. Fuji. Wow. That's some incredible stuff. And Tony Guerrero and Rick Martel, those were some big dudes. Fuji with that salt, wow. Mr. Fuji and his ribs were legendary. Fuji was dirty, yes he was. The Wild Samoans versus Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson. Wow. The Wild Samoans defending against Johnson and Atlas. Oh, wow. Tony Atlas, he slammed Sika. I'm pretty sure that's Sika. And you had Lou Albano trying to come in. But he got Tony Atlas there. Oh, Lou Albano. Tony's going to duck and move out of the way. Bam. Smash Sika over the head. Tony Atlas got the pin. And the fans are going literally nuts. Nuts. It's like these guys won the NBA championship, guys. Super Bowl or something. And that was just great stuff. That was great back then, man. That's the way fans used to react and just how much they loved wrestling. Yeah, that was just crazy. Those are nice titles too, man. Yeah, Tony and Rocky Johnson, both workout warriors. That was a good-looking tag team. Man, this is crazy. This is really good. Wow. That is crazy. Good stuff, man. The crowd, the way the crowd. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some live reactions to things like this. All right. Woo, Bulldog. Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda versus Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Incredible. So, oh, goodness sake. Man, Iron Sheik, he hit Barry Windham in the back with something, it looked like a cane, but it looked like one of them. Goodness sake. Wow. So they took the belts from, I forgot what they called Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda at the time, the American something. I can't remember exactly what they was called as a tag team. But, man, they was a great tag team. You talking about two great wrestlers. Two great scientific wrestlers was Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. Incredible, man. Both of them incredible. All right, Nikolai and the Iron Sheik, guys, new World Tag Team Champs with Classy Freddie Blassie. Oh, Lou Albano was managing. Yeah, that's, I guess, when he became, a fan favorite. Yeah, Lou Albano was Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham's manager. But that's great stuff. Yeah, Freddie Blassie's cane, that thing was a little bit different, guys. That was a little different. Wow. Yeah, once again, before you guys leave out of here, man, whatever platform you're on, make sure you hit that like, hit that share, subscribe. Let your fans know that Straight Up Wrestling Show will be back here at 7 o'clock. But, guys, I appreciate each and everybody coming in. Richard Hood, Michael Human, my man Magnum, Christine Saucy Girl. Let's see, Lucas coming through. But everybody that came through pretty much to check this thing out. Ray Underwood coming in. But, yeah, I was Black Rain 7920 coming through. I appreciate every one of you coming through, and check us out tonight. Let everybody know Straight Up Wrestling Show will be on tonight. Guys, we're going to be live reactions, live talk, and everything. See you guys tonight. Stay straight up. Peace.